More buyers, but less inventory. If ever there was a time to list your property, this is the month. Hi, I'm Nancy Yang from Buxton Port Melbourne, bringing you the market insights for April. We're experiencing a well-balanced market, seeing a further recovery in house and unit prices across Victoria. Metropolitan Melbourne saw an increase of 2%. But properties are taking longer to sell. A traditional 3 to 4 week campaign is now drawing out to that 45-day mark. Due to this, more agencies, including our own, are opting for sale by deadline or expressions of interest campaigns, as opposed to a traditional auction campaign. Buyers are now more educated than ever, with property being the hot topic the past year. They're taking longer during their initial research stages before making large decisions. The prevalence of cash purchases amongst investors and downsizers is still on a steady increase. In fact, cash transactions accounted for a quarter of all property purchases last year. Properties with unique features and outdoor spaces are still performing incredibly well. At Unit 403 of 166 Rouse Street, Port Melbourne, a 2-bedroom unit with a very large outdoor terrace drew 24 registered bids from 4 potential buyers at auction. The reserve was initially set at $875,000, which we then increased for our vendor to $900,000, ultimately selling for $950,000. Thanks to the sale, we then went on to sell the neighbours at Unit 402, a smaller 2-bedroom unit with a more compact balcony. Another agent had quoted that owner $650,000, but by taking the underbidders there, we sold it 2 weeks later for $800,000. If we look at the whole of Melbourne Metro, listings are down, buyer activity is high, and despite days on market increasing, great prices are still being achieved. For our regional markets, major regional centres were the hotspots for growth. Places like Greater Geelong and Greater Bendigo saw impressive rises from 4.5% and 3.5% respectively. Regional cities are catching the eyes of buyers, with their amenity and lifestyle appeal, offering affordable purchasing options that are becoming increasingly rare in metropolitan Melbourne. Despite some record results, vendor confidence still hasn't come up. This is due to the RBA not announcing any rate cuts just as yet. Last year, we thought rates might be coming down come June this year. Now speculation is it won't happen until early next year. However, come May and beyond, we are expecting an increase in inventory. The land tax increases on both houses and units that came into effect January will see investors putting their rental properties on the market. Landlords have to give tenants a minimum of 60 days notice to vacate if they are selling. Then it can take another month to get the property ready for sale. So those that listed their properties earlier this year and later last year will be coming online shortly. Given the competition out there for property, my advice to buyers would be to be transparent on your interest and intentions. We want to help you buy, especially if you've missed out on another property of ours, but we can't help if we have limited information. For vendors, my tip would be to trust us. Have faith in your agent and our suggestions on styling, pricing, and timing. Those who are in alignment with price are being rewarded with competition, and it can mean the difference between an acceptable to an exceptional result.